Hi everyone, Thomas here as usual. Welcome back to SFF180. It is Monday, April 27th, 2015, and I was able to remember that date very easily this time because it happens to be my birthday. So gonna go ahead and get this recorded and up because I want to go out and eat Thai food for my birthday. Yum. But I hope all of you had a really good weekend and a good previous week. Mine was nice. I went home to visit my mom. It was nice to get up there and visit with her. Didn't get as much reading as I usually would have during the week because I was mostly visiting, but I got some done. So later in the week, expect to see some reviews. I was hoping to have at least one up this morning, but that didn't happen, so it's just going to be pushed back a few days. But what about the mailbag? What about new stuff? Well, as you see, we have a modest pile, 5 items, as you see, so we ought to be able to knock these out pretty quickly, shouldn't we? And who's this top one from? This top one is from Word Horde, okay? Okay, this one looks really cool. The author is Molly Tanzer, and the book is called Vermilion. It says right here, The Adventures of Lou Merriweather, Psychopomp. Well, let's have a look and see what we have. Fantasy Steampunk says it's already available as of April 15th. Gunslinging, chain-smoking, Stetson-wearing Taoist psychopomp. Eloise Lou Merriweather might not be a normal 19-year-old, but she's too busy keeping San Francisco safe from ghosts, shades, and Gyeongsi to care much about that. It's an important job, though most folks consider it downright spooky. Some have even accused Lou of being more comfortable with the dead than the living, and, well, they're not wrong. When Lou hears that a bunch of Chinatown boys have gone missing somewhere deep in the Colorado Rockies, she decides to saddle up and head into the wilderness to investigate. Lou fears her particular talents make her better suited to help placate their spirits than ensure they get home alive, but it's the right thing to do, and she's the only one willing to do it. On the road to a mysterious sanatorium known as Fountain of Youth, Lou will encounter bears, desperate men, a very undead villain, and even stranger challenges. Lou will need every one of her talents and a whole lot of luck to make it home alive. Okay, she is Molly Tanzer is a British Fantasy Award nominee, and it's a Weird West adventure that puts the punk back into steampunk, they say. Well, here we are then. Let me know in the comments. Vermilion, now available by Molly Tanzer. All right, and this one looks like a Tor title. Looks like it's going to be a very Tor-heavy week. It is a Tor title, and it's one I'm very excited about. It's a new book by Kit Reed, and it's called Where. Kit Reed is an author who has been around quite a long time, although she is probably flying below the radar for most of you. She has written mostly books. She's not super prolific, but has written mostly books that are very darkly satirical science fiction works. I've reviewed a couple of them on my site. She did a brilliant book a few years back called The Baby Merchant, which is sort of about trafficking babies in a world where the birth rate has gotten very, very low. And it's from the point of view partially of the guy who is out there kidnapping and selling babies for people. And then she did a book called Enclave, which was like a YA dystopia before those were cool, about this like Mediterranean fortress island where the parents of rich kids send them when they don't want to deal with them anymore, and that kind of thing. So she is in I think at a time when the word edgy is quite often just casually thrown out there, so that it no longer has any meaning. I think her work legitimately qualifies. So she's worth checking out, and she now has a new book to check out. So let's see what this one is about. Okay, the tagline says, "Everyone on Craven Island is gone, and not even they know where." On the outer Carolina banks, David Ribot and Meryl Polnott are trying to resuscitate their withering marriage. While bored and lifeless, a slick developer claiming to be a relative of a historic town hero, Rawson Steele, has come to town and is rapidly purchasing the town property. Awkwardly, Steele makes a romantic advance on Meryl and an unusual 5 a.m. appointment outside of town with David. But Steele is a no-show, and at the time of the appointment, everyone in town disappears, removed from our very knowledge of the space-time continuum to a featureless village, including Meryl and her young son. David searches desperately, but all seems lost. In Where, reality is manipulated, taking you on a journey through mind-bending fields of smoke and mirrors. Kit Reed unveils a chilling world entrenched in the fear of loss, a truly incomparable work of speculative fiction. I am, like I said, always intrigued by her work. So this comes out May the 12th from Tor Books. It's called Where. Okay, and this is something from Tor Teen. Their young adult imprint. It's called Seriously Wicked by Tina Connolly, so you can automatically kind of tell, what the audience is for this. It says the only thing worse than being a witch is living with one. Yeah, Tina Connolly is a Nebula finalist for a book called Iron Skin. This book comes out May 5th. High school can be a dangerous place for any teenager navigating homework, friends, and extracurriculars, but Camellia learns that the biggest problems may start at home. If you live with a witch, that is. Or if, I guess I should have said, if you live with a witch, that is. And put the emphasis on the proper thing. And so here we are, teenage growing pains with the added pain in the ass of being a witch into the bargain. But Seriously Wicked by Tina Connolly is out from Tor Teen on the 5th of May. So, you know, it's going to all be like a big allegory for fitting in and to your little cliques and things like that. Let's see, there's an envelope that looks like it was torn open and then taped back shut. It's worrisome. Okay, well, I guess there's nothing to it. At least the book wasn't stolen out of the envelope this time. Remember when that happened a few weeks back? But here we go. This is Of Noble Family. This is, I think, the last novel in Mary Robinette Kowal's series, you know, that are sort of fantasy pastiches on the work of Jane Austen. And this last one, look how she's really kind of, yeah, it's chunky this time. She's going out with a big bang. Anyway, but Of Noble Family, let's see, yes, it's the 5th and final novel. Follows on Shades of Milk and Honey, Glamour and Glass, Without a Summer, and Valor and Vanity. And this one drops tomorrow, April 28th is when this one is in the shops. And I guess I do not want to read too much of the plot synopsis here, because if you haven't gotten through the series yet, there will be spoilers. But if you are a fan of Mary Rob's series, well, you'll be happy to know. Final book comes out tomorrow, Of Noble Family from Tor. And this final title is a very heavy, chunky thing from Penguin Random House. Okay, I don't usually get bound galleys in this state, you guys. This is, see, look at this. This is like literally the super uncorrected proofs and what have you. Got trim marks and everything. But I have gotten them on occasion, but rarely. Anyway, this one is for ABC 3 short novels, and it is an omnibus coming out July 7th from Vintage Books that reprints 3 novels by Samuel R Delany. The Jewels of Aptor, The Ballad of Beta 2, and They Fly at Ciron. 3 novels by Delany that have long been out of print, so it's really great to see this coming out again. Let me pick up the sell sheet from the floor and see what it has to say. Yeah, this is really kind of exciting. Last year, Delany was awarded, of course, the Grand Master Nebula. And let's see, not only do the 3 short novels in ABC offer an incredible opportunity to chart Samuel R. Delany's development as a writer, they show a deeply impressive range, as each of the 3 books fits into a different subgenre of speculative fiction. Jewels of Aptor is a classic science fantasy novel about a seafaring quest to acquire a set of powerful magical jewels. The Ballad of Beta 2 is a hard science fiction tale of an academic who discovers the true story of a spaceship's tragic demise. And They Fly at Ciron is a fantasy anti-war novel which recounts the clash between a marauding army and a pacifist village sheltered at the foot of a mountain ruled by a race of winged people. Alrighty then, well, this comes out again from Vintage Books on the 7th of July. So, ABC, your chance to sample 3 early, long out-of-print books by Grandmaster Samuel Delany. And that is it for this week's mailbag. A smaller batch, but I think pretty impressive on the whole. What do you think? As always, let me know in the comments which of these books looks most exciting and interesting to you. And as always, if you enjoyed watching, please leave a like, share this video far and wide with your SFF reading friends, and please subscribe. That is how SFF180 grows as a channel. And until I see all of you guys next time, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. I'm going to eat Thai food, happy birthday to me.